last night to share with the collective. Of course, we're going to pull some energy to get deeper into exactly what's tea. So stick around for that. Of course, we have our live goal. We also have our subscribers goal. So feel free to do either. All right, if it allows you to. I don't know if it allows you to subscribe because I know they're not, allowing people to upload coins. So I don't know if it allows you to even subscribe, but if you can, cool. If you can't, hopefully at some point TikTok and Apple get on the same page because they are currently not on the same page. They're not. All right. So anyway, we got to tap in for these messages. Keep an open mind when it comes to these messages. They are general. All right. So if it don't apply, let it fly. Some things may resonate later on, but overall, if it just feels like it's not your message, then it's not your message, and that's okay. I am still doing 10 card reading specials. I have a few to do when I get off of here. So if you want to be in that number, feel free to DM me, inbox me, whatever you want to call it, and let me know. Also, on my website, I still am doing a buy 55, spend $55, get 10% off of an additional service. The promo code is PocaHonest25. Okay, Poca Honest, like in the name, 25. Okay, put that promo code in at checkout, and it will calculate your discount for you. Let me just calculate your discount for you. Let me just make sure. Okay, because I'm like, my brightness don't look like it's up on my phone. All right, cool. Let me just make sure. Okay, because I'm like, my brightness don't look like it's up on my phone. All right, cool. Let me just make sure. Okay, because I'm like, my brightness don't look like it's up on my phone. All right, cool. Hold on. All right, cool beans. All right, let's get started. Now, like I said, Spirit gave me this message late last night, and it was for me to share with you all. Again, this is for my chosen ones, for those who understand that they have a purpose beyond this realm, right? A purpose beyond just being here and going to work every day and, doing regular people shit. You know what I'm saying? You know that you have a job to do, you have a mission to complete. You know that you're here to affect people outside of yourself, or be the change in your bloodline or whatever else, right? And what Spirit was saying is a lot of y'all have outgrown certain people in your space, and you are being elevated to a new place that those people can't go. Just as simple as that. A lot of y'all have been doing work on yourselves as far as healing, as far as understanding who you are, as far as tapping in on different levels, as far as taking initiative to become a better version of yourself, to change the trajectory of your family dynamic, to, figure out the things that maybe in your energy that probably aren't the best for you or don't really benefit you like it should, right? Doing a lot of work overall to advance yourself, not only in the physical realm, but also in the spiritual realm. A lot of you guys have become more spirit focused, more spirit based. You're no longer kind of just going with the flow of spirituality. Again, you're taking more initiative and kind of setting yourself up, in the different ways that you need to be set up in, right? In the different ways that benefit you in the long run, right? Doing the difficult work, doing the hard work, right? And therefore, it caused a lot of you guys to elevate in ways that require you to be different. in so many words, right? And because of that, there are some people that you can no longer be around. Because of that, there are some people that you can no longer have in your space. Okay? Because of that, there is some releasing of relationships and partnerships that has to happen in order for you to be in an energetic environment that is conducive for where you're going, not just where you are. Okay? And I feel like a lot of you guys are getting more focused on living based on where you're going and what your future is to be. Thank you for the gifts, love. Rather than living based on where you currently are. You know what I'm saying? Being more future minded, more goal minded, more optimistic, right? In your thinking. Not just saying, okay, this is where I am at life currently, so I'm just going to do things based on that. It's like, no, this may be where I am, but eventually I'm going to be over there, right? And because of that, I need to clean this up. I need to clean that up. I need to change this. I need to change that. I need to look more into this, look more into that. I need to act more like this and act less like that. You know what I'm saying? There are certain changes that you guys are making because of the fact that you know that your future requires it, right? And there's people in your space that can tell that you have outgrown them, or that you guys are just simply not on the same playing field anymore. I mean, it just is what it is, right? There's people who, are kind of noticing that you aren't your normal self anymore. The version of you that they're used to, the version of you that they could rely on being a certain type of way, the version of you that may have put up with certain things or did certain things or dealt with certain things or got into certain things or whatever the case is. The version of you that allowed certain things to be a certain way, that talked a certain way, that walked a certain way, that dealt with people a certain way, that had conversations in a certain manner, that allowed people to treat you a certain type, whatever. There's people in your spaces realizing you're not that person no more. They can't approach you the way that they used to no more. They can't talk to you the way that they used to no more. They can't kick it with you the way that they used to no more. There's people that feel uncomfortable in your energy now because your energy is so big. They don't know what to do with it. They've never experienced you in this light. So they really don't know how to act. They don't know how to talk around you. They don't know how to walk around you. They don't know how to be around you. They don't know how to interact with you anymore. They don't know how to have a conversation with you because your conversation is different now. Maybe before you can bring up some shit and y'all can have a conversation that may have been a little more low vibrational than it should have been, right? Maybe y'all could talk about some shit that don't really matter, shit that's going on in the world that don't matter, shit, things that's going on with social media, relationships. I mean, just the vibe is different. And it's making some people uncomfortable to be in your space. If you've been wondering why certain relationships are falling off the way that they are, why certain people aren't calling your phone the way that they used to call your phone, why certain people are not talking to you the way that they used to talk to you, why they're not addressing you the way they used to address you, why they're not in your space the way that they used to be in your space, it's because they don't feel that connection anymore with you. And it's not because you did anything wrong. If anything, it's because you've been doing things right. You've been elevating. You've been changing. You've been doing the work. And a lot of this could be behind closed doors, which is probably why this person's being thrown the fuck off. They're kind of thrown off, right? Because they're like, hold up. I just seen you a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, and it wasn't like this. And you guys are rapidly changing behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? You've been rapidly changing behind closed doors. So it's not just like a little change here, a little change there, little unnoticeable thing there, little unnoticeable thing here. It's not unnoticeable at all. These are changes that people can tell, like, oh, there's something different with this person. There's something different. The energy is different. The talk is different. You know what I'm saying? The conversation is different. You know, there's no way that they can get around you and act the way that they used to act. And you have those certain people that may have tried to do their work to kind of catch up. Thank you for the gift, love. You have those people who may have tried to do their work to kind of catch up with you so that they don't feel as out of the loop. Thank y'all for the gifts, right? But at the end of the day, it's not much that they can do, because a lot of the work that you are doing, you are operating in alignment. So this is, it's almost like when you on a right track, there's really not much that can stop you. There's really not much that can get in your way. There's really not much that can hold up your process, right? When things happen slower for us and things be taking a long time, it's usually because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. So it takes years when it could have taken months. You know what I'm saying? It's taking months when it could have taken weeks, right? Because you're not really operating in alignment. But because y'all have been operating in alignment and making those hard decisions, because it's not easy healing. It's not easy choosing to be different, choosing to show up different, choosing to walk different, choosing to talk different, choosing to be accountable, choosing to work on yourself, choosing to tap in with your, you know, with the things that you need to tap in with, choosing to heal, choosing to go through traumas and break them down and release things. That's not an easy process. So you've been doing hard work. You've been doing very hard work. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you just got the red carpet laid out for you and you just not doing nothing. No, you putting that work in, and a lot of it, most of it, is behind closed doors. So when you have been re-emerging almost from these moments of isolation, because how spirit is explaining it to me is, you're not isolated all the time, 24/7, every single day of the year type of thing, but you do have these large moments of isolation where maybe you go ghost for a couple weeks. Maybe people don't hear from you for a couple days. Maybe, you know, there's certain people that you haven't talked to in a few months. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's been years and years and years, you know, in most cases. But you do take these moments where you kind of pull back from everybody and you tune inward and you work on whatever you're led to work on. And to you, it may not even feel like you're doing a whole lot. But spiritually, you are doing a whole lot. A whole lot, actually. Right? There's a lot of changes that you've made in such a little amount of time. And this is why these people are like, who are you? Like, what did you do with my friend? What did you do with my spouse? What did you do with my family member? Like, I don't recognize this person. And in your head, you like, I mean, I ain't really changed that much. I just took a little time. I ain't really do that much. You're not seeing it how other people are seeing it because it's you. You're not noticing it. And usually because we are harder on ourselves than other people are, it takes us a while to kind of catch up to what other people can see. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else be seeing shit and we just be like, what? I'm the same person. I'm the same. What are you talking about? I'm still me. I'm still Poca. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? I changed. What do you mean I'm different? What do you mean? You think that everything is just the same. And it's not. You are very different. And that's not a bad thing, right? Because the goal is to continuously be changing. The goal is to continuously be upgrading ourselves, continuously getting out of our comfort zones, right? To continuously be showing up in new ways, in different ways, being innovative, right? Being open, being intuitive, and allowing ourselves to be guided in that manner, right? And when you are being guided by intuition, baby, you never know what's going to happen. You never know how you're going to show up different. You never know how your life may be altered. You have no idea. Okay, you walk through a door, you just think it's a regular door, and you open that motherfucker and walk through, and baby, you in a whole new fucking world. Whole new environment. Don't know nobody, don't know nothing. New opportunities, new people, new energy, new everything. Okay, that intuition is a motherfucker. It will have you be like, where am I? Where am I? Am I even prepared to be here? Should I even be here? Am I supposed to be here? You know what I'm saying? It will have you questioning yourself, like, how the hell did this happen? I thought I was walking through this regular ass door, and it just so happened that this door wasn't so damn regular. You know what I'm saying? So, if you are in this space where you have been making these changes, you have been doing the work, you have been altering your energy, and for, you know, in a good way, right? Positively. And people have been kind of standoffish a little bit, or people have been kind of weird around you, or even vice versa, where you start to notice things about the people in your space that you didn't see before. Because there's also a part of healing where you start to see things from a brand new perspective based on the work that you've done for yourself and the way that you've taken the blinders off of your eyes. Thank you for the gifts. You know what I'm saying? You've taken the blinders off of your eyes by healing certain things. And now there are certain things that are happening or that are in your space that you like, whoa. Okay? My nose is itching. This is definitely resonating. There could be people most definitely having conversations about you with other people, trying to figure you out. They're trying to figure you out. They're trying to figure out, what the fuck is this person doing? You know what I'm saying? What are they over there doing? Or who do they think they are? Or have you noticed this person's energy? Have you noticed that they been acting like this and they been acting like that? It's like they need a witness to this shit. They're like, it's no way that I'm the only one peeping. This person been acting a little weird, a little strange lately. It can't just be me. I know that there's something going on here, right? There's something happening. Okay, y'all got some people really trying to figure you the fuck out. And this doesn't necessarily feel like strangers. Of course, you always gonna have those haters or those people who just on dick, you know what I'm saying, that want to know what you're doing and what you got going on over there and all of that, right? We're not even talking about them. We're talking about people who you either have connection with, was in connection with, or the connection is currently a little weird. Okay? Especially if it's family or if it's like a friend group. If multiple people know you, this person can most definitely be going around trying to figure out what the fuck going on with you. Asking people questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you talked to Poca lately? I don't know. She just been, I don't know. When I call her, she don't really answer the phone, and she usually, you know, she used to call me all the time, and we used to talk about all type of, you know, dumb shit, and, you know, and we used to do this, and we used to do that, and usually, you know, around this time, they would be reaching out. Usually, they wouldn't go this long without saying hello, or us going out, or us getting drinks, or us blah, 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 or, you know, have you noticed that they acting a little uppity? Have you noticed they acting like they a little full of themselves? You know, I feel like they're being a little cocky. You know, y'all got people really trying to figure out what the fuck going on with you. You know, all they do is talk about, you know, spirituality, or all they do is talk about healing, or all they do is talk about shadow work, or all they do is talk about how they gonna change this and change that, and what they gonna do for this year. Like, we used to be able to talk about this, and we used to be able to talk about that, and blah, 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 blah. They're trying to figure you out. They're not happy with the fact that you switched up and left them behind. And that's what this is really about. You left some people behind, and you didn't mean to, and you didn't do it purposefully. It just kind of happened based on the way that your life was going, based on how you was moving, based on what you was doing. It kind of just happened like that. You no longer relate to these people. You no longer have things in common with these people. And they don't like that. They're not feeling that too much. They're not feeling the fact that you think that you the shit because you didn't went behind closed doors and changed a little bit. Yeah, look at this. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. This is you. Dancing with life. Having a great, good old, grand old time. And this is a gag, right? Your healing journey, or I'm not going to say your healing journey because I feel like a lot of y'all have been on your healing journey for a while. Specifically, this group of people that I'm talking to. But you've recently gone through like another layer, right, of healing and elevation. And based on that, you, in the beginning of this process, it was way harder than where you are now. There was a lot for you to fight through to get to this place where now you're kind of coasting a little bit. Everything is not all the way together. You know what I'm saying? There's still things that may be uncomfortable. There's still maybe things that you're working on. There's still maybe things that you're pointing out and healing and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's nothing compared to the first phase of this reawakening or this next level that you have been put on. If anything, right now, shit is kind of cooling down a little bit. Because it started off way more intense. It started off way more unpredictable. Way more abrasive. You know what I'm saying? There was really no warning. You didn't get no warning when you stepped into this new level of healing and elevation. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gave you a countdown. Nobody sent you a text message. Nobody gave you an ETA. You just kind of woke up one day and you was pushed into this whole new layer of healing, reassessing, growing, changing, altering your life, elevating past where you are. And it was very difficult in the beginning. Again, not to say there are not still challenges, but it's nowhere near as challenging as it was when you first went into this new cycle, right, of healing, of changing, of growing. This could have happened, or this could have started sometime in 2023 for some of y'all. Thank y'all for the gifts. This is definitely something that you've been dealing with for a while. This isn't like one of those things that popped up randomly recently. Like, no. Shit has been a little weird for a minute. Thank y'all for the gifts. Shit has been a little weird for a little minute. Things have been a little trying for a little minute. Okay? At least 2 years minimum. You've been kind of pushed into this new space. And a lot of y'all probably didn't even realize it. You probably took it as like your life was falling apart. You probably took it as like everything was going wrong. You probably took it as like you was doing something wrong. In the beginning, you couldn't really see that everything was happening for you. It felt more like it was happening to you. Which is fair. You know what I'm saying? It's fair. Because sometimes this shit feels like, what the fuck? Am I being pranked? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way all of this shit is going on at the same time. Ain't no way all of these different things is happening at the same damn time. Somebody got to be pranking me. Somebody got to be playing. There's no way. It was overwhelming at first. But eventually, you started to get the hang of it. You started to get the hang of it. You started to understand. You started to get it. You know what I'm saying? You started to be like, oh, shit. Okay, now I see why this had to end. Now I see why this had to change. Now I see why I was pulled from this environment. Now I see why I was shown the truth about this person. Now I see this. Now I see that. It's starting to come together. And it helps you embrace the process a lot more now that it's making more sense. Because when it don't make sense to us and we looking at it with our physical eyes and we are in a space where we're just being affected emotionally and we're not really looking at it from a spiritual perspective, baby, that shit feels so personal. You know what I'm saying? It feels like, damn, who is fucking me over right now? Spirit, golly, I feel like you're on my ass. Look at this. Align with purpose. Crossroads, no wrong path. Thank you guys for helping me hit the goal. Let's get another goal set. I'm going to be doing 2 lives back to back today. So when I finish this one, I'm going to do all 12 zodiac signs. I'm going to do messages for all 12 zodiac signs for the week, for this upcoming week. Okay? So make sure y'all, if you can, stick around for that. Shout out to everybody that contributed to the first goal. Much, 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 much appreciated. Let's see if we can hit the second goal here. But yeah, you started to definitely fall into alignment, right? Things started to make sense the more you kind of chilled out, cooled out, got your head, got your bearings, and was like, okay, I kind of can see why that needed to happen. You didn't see it while it was happening. But sometimes it should be happening and we're so overwhelmed with the emotions and the way that it's making us feel and the way that it looks and the way that it's coming across and all of that. We're so overwhelmed that we can't really focus on right now why it's happening and finding the higher perspectives. Like, fuck all that. I'm uncomfortable. I'm irritated. I'm sad. I'm mad. I'm annoyed. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes in a moment, you don't got time to sit there and really try to piece all that shit together and play Inspector Gadget. I don't feel like doing none of that. I want to scream. I want to cry. I want to give up. I want to say fuck all of this and fuck all of y'all. That's really what I want to do. Because I feel like I'm getting hit back to back to back to back to back with different shit. Different stuff coming out of nowhere and just smacking my ass. Once I get my footing over here, this goes wrong. Once I get my footing over there, that goes wrong. Once I take care of this, I'm back over here trying to figure this out. It's like I can't catch a fucking break. I'm annoyed. I'm irritated. Everybody getting on my nerves. I'm annoyed with where I am. I'm annoyed with the people around me. Fucking irritated. I'm over it. I'm over it. Right? That was most definitely the sentiments for a while. You wasn't in a space to try to break that shit down and say, okay, Spirit, what are you trying to teach me? Even though y'all know I teach y'all to do that. But it's unfair to think that when life is lifing, that's your first thought. That's unfair. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with reality. We are still, thank you so much. We are still having human experiences. So because we are, half immortal, half mortal, those mortal feelings is going to come out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You gonna feel the heat in the kitchen. You're like, it's hot as fuck in here. I'm irritated. I'm annoyed. I'm sweating. You know what I'm saying? It's under my skin. You know how when you hot, but it's under your skin? It's like you can't escape it. It's like you just want to turn into an ice cube. That's how that shit was feeling. It's like I can't escape this shit. Like, what the fuck? I'm trying to make the right decisions. I'm trying to do it the right way. I'm trying to use my tools. I'm trying to lean on the things that I've learned, right? I'm trying to lean on wisdom. I'm trying to tap in on a certain level. I'm trying to approach the situation like I know that I should. But the way that I feel right now, listen, the way this shit got me feeling, I don't want to be light in love right now. I don't want to be light and love right now. I don't want to see the end goal. I don't want to be positive Patty right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to scream. I want to punch some shit. I want to get active. You know what I'm saying? I want to cuss some motherfuckers out. And sometimes maybe you did get to that point where you acted on those feelings. That's a part of the process. And let me say this. As you move forward, understand that there's going to be more moments where you act on the way that you feel, even though you know better. That's just a part of the process. Don't get to beating yourself up and holding yourself to these impossible ass standards and expectations. Now, does that mean anytime something happens, you just allow yourself to just do whatever just because? No. But if you are in a situation where your emotions get the best of you, at some point, that's just how it goes sometimes. You're not always going to be light and love, high and happy, happy-go-lucky. Confirmation. I got to shake this nap off. I took a nap before I did this, and I don't know if that was the smartest thing to do. But we here, right? Sometimes you got to allow yourself to just be real. Hey, I cussed the bitch out yesterday. I probably shouldn't have did that. You know, I was wrong. I forgive myself for acting outside of myself. You know? Would I take it back? Probably not. If I was in the same situation, would I probably do it again? Yeah. But I apologize. That wasn't the best thing for me to do. And now moving forward, I'm going to try to be more cautious. That's what accountability looks like. Accountability is not saying, damn, I'm so fucking stupid. Why did I do that? Oh my God. I can't never do this. I can't never do that. Blah, 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 blah. No. That's unrealistic. That's unrealistic. And when we talk to ourselves like that, when we act like that, when we get into that energy, you are basically slowly disconnecting from reality. Because the reality is, sometimes you're going to flip your lid. Sometimes you're going to get so motherfucking mad, you're not thinking about no damn spirituality. That's the last thing on your mind. The first thing on your mind is throwing them hands, smacking somebody's child, you know what I'm saying? Getting in the field, cussing a bitch out, taking it there. That's the first thing on my mind. Right? And you may act on it. That's why grace is available. That's why grace and compassion are available for those moments. We wouldn't need grace if we didn't have those moments. We wouldn't need compassion or understanding if we didn't have those moments. So don't think that you are any less accountable because you may have acted on certain feelings and emotions in the moment. As long as you recognize after that shit happened that you was in the wrong and you need to adjust and you need to kind of make a better decision the next time, that's accountability. That's accountability. Okay? I mean, if that's somebody's first train of thought, then that's their character. That's not true. That's not true. People can be so overwhelmed that it will change their train of thought. Again, y'all live in an unrealistic ass world. The sweetest person can lose their fucking mind. The nicest, most generous, most understanding, most compassionate person, most, stress-free person, most beautiful person, beautiful energy, can lose their shit if you put them in the right situation. So that's not fair to say. It doesn't dictate that that's just how your mind is and that's just your character. You lost your mind, you had a moment, so that means that that's your character. No. That's the damn situation taking a toll on you. Especially if you put somebody in situations back to back to back to back to back. There's only but so much that you could take before you explode. There's only but so much water a dam can hold before they explode. And we're not talking about somebody who acts that way every day. That's not what we're talking about. So let's keep up with what we're talking about right now, so that we don't send the wrong message in the comments. We're not talking about that happening every single day. We're talking about you getting to a moment. You having a moment. You having an experience that takes you over the edge. You have to have grace. You have to be understanding. You have to have compassion for yourself. You have to understand that that's normal. Sometimes you will be overwhelmed. And sometimes you will act on being overwhelmed. And you can possibly be a danger to yourself or a danger to others. Whether that's physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, don't matter. One of them categories is going to be real dangerous around this bitch. Because at the end of the day, we are gods having human experiences. Gods having human experiences. You know what I'm saying? So when you come from a place where you don't really have to deal with this type of stuff, and then you're put down here in this ghetto ass, I mean, it is ghetto down here on earth. Have y'all peeped how ghetto it is? Ghetto. The people talk crazy, they act crazy, they do wild shit. People don't have no type of sense of loyalty or compassion, or it's just wow. They selling ass, and I mean, there's all types of shit happening down here. It's crazy, and that's why this is a chosen one's message, because you agreed to come down here to have a human experience in order to further who you are as a soul, in order to grow who you are as a soul, in order to elevate as well as free other people who have been trapped here in this realm, because this realm operates on trapped souls. Now we get into metaphysics. This realm operates on trapped souls. This is Monsters Inc. Okay? You ever watch Monsters Inc.? They using all the goddamn kids' cries for energy. Well, energy harvesting is real. And that's why they trap souls here. To harvest energy in whatever ways they see fit. To use it in whatever ways they see fit. That's the reality of what the fuck is going on here. And if that's too deep for you to grasp, then it's time for you to go into meditation. Simple as that. So you got to see the bigger picture of this. Some of us have already done this before. This is when we get into past lives. This is when we get into reincarnation. Some of us have already made it out of this bitch before. And every time you come back, you get a different set of experiences. Different set of energies that you encounter. Different sets of people that you encounter. Different sets of problems and challenges. Different sets of environments. You know what I'm saying? So you never really get used to what the fuck may happen here. Especially because a part of coming here is forgetting until you remember. You have to spark memory. That's why we call it an awakening. Because you were asleep to a certain extent on who you are, what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? How you supposed to be showing up, who you supposed to affect. You sleep on that shit until you wake up. Until something comes and activates that memory. And that's what we call our awakening. Right? At some point you was minding your business and all of a sudden you got activated. It could have been the most random shit. It could have been a relationship. Could have been a video that you saw. It could have been something somebody said to you. Could have been an experience that you had. Something activated you to get back in the field. And once you started, everything slowly started to come back to you. Once you got back into it, everything started to slowly come back to you. You start remembering like, oh shit. Okay, this is who I am. It starts with understanding who you are first. You reawaken to who you are. Hold up, I'm not a human. What the fuck? hold up, I'm powerful. Wait, hold up, I'm magic. I'm this. I'm a god. You know what I'm saying? But hold up. It starts with understanding who you are. And then you start going back and you start to heal whatever traumas, whatever trials and tribulations and things that kind of put an overcast on your identity. That's why we go back and we do shadow work. So we can reawaken our sense of identity within ourselves. We can figure out, okay, this is who I am. Okay, now I remember. Because that trauma tried to convince me that I was this person. That what I went through tried to convince me that I was that person. This is why the quote-unquote wannabe powers that be, okay, wannabe, because they don't got no damn power no more. The wannabe powers that be, this is why they created all of these different low vibrational detrimental things for you to possibly get into or to possibly happen to you. This is why all that shit was created. This is why they created, I'm trying to mince my words so TikTok don't try to flag my video. But this is why they created drugs. That's going to be the only time I say that. Alcohol, SA, unaliving, the pew-pews in your arms, smack scenes, you know what I'm talking about? Prescription medication, the fake ass moon, if you know, you know. Spray shit in the air, fluoride in the water, in the toothpaste, in the mouthwash. You know what I'm saying? All the shit that you use, all the shit that you need, the food, all of these things were created because they needed you to not know who you are. They needed you to be traumatized. They needed you to be so distracted with everything else that you couldn't tap into what was for you to tap into. They needed you to be so distracted with everything else that you couldn't come here and do whatever you needed to do and accomplish whatever you were supposed to accomplish. So before we came back here, right, we set it up so that we can be triggered back into remembering. And that may have, again, came in the form of a trauma, whether it was a heartbreak, whether it was a physical trauma, whether it was a mental trauma, an emotional trauma, whether it was something that sparked some type of thought, and you went and started researching and went down a rabbit hole, the right rabbit hole, whatever it is, was set up for you to have this reawakening, for you to come back into understanding of who you really are, so that you can fulfill your destiny here. It starts with identity. Identity. It starts with I, me, self. It all starts with self, right? And this is why me as a spiritualist, I always first explain shadow work, because there is no figuring out who you are without healing, without self-development, without going back to say, okay, some of these experiences that I had have created me to think of myself in this type of way. Some of these experiences that I had kind of put a overcast or casted a shadow onto my true identity. Some of these experiences that I had convinced me that I was this, that I was that I was this, that I couldn't do this, and I couldn't do that, and I'll never be this, and I'll never be that. Thank you for the gifts. You know? That's why we go back and do healing. I said, y'all, we don't go back to relive it. We go back to find ourselves. We go back to figure out ourselves. We go back to understand who we are, so that we can reactivate that part of us that's in us always, but it's just lying dormant because we never activated it. And then we have generational curses. It's a reason why they start fucking over our ancestors, because they understood that we pass down information through our DNA, and our DNA is altered by experiences, especially trauma. So whatever happened 3,000 years ago to your ancestors, a piece of that is in you right now. Whether it was positive, whether it was negative, you got a piece of it. You got a little piece. They understand how our DNA works. And we set that shit up before we got here. We said, okay, we need a way to pass along this information. We need a way that our people can tap in and get this knowledge that we may have had years ago, right? And be able to use that for their benefit. Hello, everybody coming in. Make sure that y'all follow. Make sure that y'all get these likes up. We do have a goal. Let's see if we can hit this goal. After I finish this live, I will be doing another live to go through all the 12 zodiac signs and do a reading for them each for this week. So try to stick around for that, okay? But all of this has purpose, right? All of this is happening for a reason. So this is why I always say, y'all, don't beat yourself up for the shit that you went through, because you don't know what part of that helped you come back into alignment with who you are. You know what I'm saying? Had not some of that happened, you may have still been asleep. Imagine if you was born and you just had the perfect life. You would have been convinced that this realm is the end all be all, like a lot of people are. A lot of people think that this is just the end and you just live your life. You just get up and go to work and do what you're supposed to do and follow all the laws and blah, blah, blah. You never would have found the need to dive deeper, to figure out things or look at things from a new perspective, to become more introspective, to figure yourself out, to change, to grow. If everything was just going good, it would have never pushed you to reawaken the way that you did. So this is why I say compassion and grace is so freaking important for you to have with yourself. Because there are certain things that we purposely set up for ourselves before we got here, so that we can reawaken to who we truly are and accomplish whatever mission we're on. Because we all got a mission. That's why this should say align with purpose, no wrong path. Because as long as you are aligned with your purpose, there is no wrong path. That includes the paths that you already walked, and that includes the paths that you're about to walk. They can't be wrong. They all have a reason. There's no coincidences in this realm. Everything is cause and effect. Everything happens the way it happens for a reason. To get you to somewhere, to get you to see something, to get you to learn something, to get you to experience something. It's all happening for some type of reason. And our job is to figure out why it's happening, so that we can capitalize on it, so that we can tap into it, so that we can do whatever is required, so that we can get to the next step. Now, of course, you're going to take some of that personal. When it's happening and you in the moment, you're like, what the fuck? Hold up. Give me a minute. Let me catch my breath, spirit. God damn. Problem after problem, situation after situation, challenge after challenge. Golly. Sometimes you're going to get overwhelmed. Sometimes you're going to be irritated. Sometimes you're going to be annoyed. Sometimes you're going to be like, you know what? Fuck all of this. I don't want to do this no more. I want to go back to being trifling. I've said that shit so much time. Like, I wish I could just go back sometimes to not awakening, because it was easier. Because once you put them glasses on and you start looking around this hole, you like, oh my God. Oh my God. What the what? And you can't connect with the same people anymore because they don't have the glasses on. They can't see what you see. It's like that. What is that movie? Sorry y'all, my nose is itching so bad. Damn, what is that movie when they it's an old school movie. I think it came out like in the 80s. And they got the glasses on and they can see the alien looking people. I know somebody know what I'm talking about. I don't think that's it. What is it called, y'all? Yeah, they had the glasses. They live, right? Ain't that what it's called? We live, they live, something like that. Right? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Not Men in Black. Men in Black is a good example too. But it's They Live or some shit, right? Go watch that movie. Y'all never watched that movie? Go watch that. I think it came out like in the 80s or something. Listen, that man got his hands on some glasses. I forgot how he got his hands on glasses. I think he was homeless or something. And he went in like this church. Keyword. Okay, y'all. They be tying that shit together for you. You just gotta follow it. He went in this church and he discovered some glasses. And he put the glasses on. Right? It was like some sunglasses or something. He put them bitches on. He got to walking around thinking, you know what I'm saying, it's just some regular glasses. Baby, he starts seeing how people really look. And they look the skeletal types of faces, a.k.a. reptilians, a.k.a. their true selves, you know what I'm saying? People in their true form. And he was shook. And eventually, the people started to realize that he could see them for who they really was. And then they started to try to come get his ass. You know what I'm saying? I think the movie, you know, transforms to him trying to basically get the fuck and protect himself, because they was on his ass. They was like, oh no, he can see us. So he started, I think he had a box of them. He started passing them out to people or some shit towards the end, something like that. It's called They Live. They Live. Hold on, I'm going to pin this. Thank you for putting it in the comments. That's the name of the movie. Go watch that shit. That will show you exactly what the hell is going on. And that will show you what spirituality looks like depicted. When you put them glasses on, you can't just take them off and pretend like that's it. I'm just going to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to act like I ain't see what I just saw. Let me see what it's on. Hold on, y'all. Let me give y'all some information. Because I really want y'all to watch that and then come back on the live tomorrow. Because, of course, I'm going to go live tomorrow. And let me know what you feel about it. It's on Google Play. It's on Apple TV. It's on Fandango at home. And it's on Amazon Prime. I'm sure if you got like one of those little movie apps, you know, the little, you know what I'm saying, those type of movie apps. It's on Roku as well. Roku, my bad. It might be on Tubi. Try Tubi as well. Let me see if it's on YouTube, because sometimes they put it on YouTube. They put some of these jumps on YouTube. People upload it, and then you can watch it for free. Okay, so you could buy it on YouTube if you want. I don't see it being free on YouTube, but if you want to purchase it, you can purchase it on YouTube if you want. I mean, you can buy it or you can rent it. It's $3.99 if you want to rent it. Okay? Or you can, it's called They Live. They Live. If you got $4, you know what I'm saying? Y'all spend $4 on bum ass shit. You can spend $4. Okay? Or like I said, go to one of them 123movies.com, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And just type that shit in. You can watch it for free. You know what I'm saying? There's y'all know there's ways. Don't act like y'all don't know the bootleg versions of shit, how to do shit. Don't play now. Like y'all know how to watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it for the free skit. I'm talking to millennials. Most of y'all is millennials. We created the bootleg on the internet. The Generation X created bootleg overall. But on the internet, we's the bootleg kids on the internet. Okay? Y'all know how to watch some shit for free. Don't play around. But see if you can watch it. Like I said, it may be on Roku. It may be on Tubi for free. Tubi is free. Roku TV, if you have it, I believe it's free. But if you want to spend the money, you can go on YouTube and watch it for $4. $3.99, $4. You know, that's $4. But yeah, it's going to show you how when you put those glasses on, and you got to watch it from a metaphoric standpoint. Don't see it as, you know, literal. even though to a certain extent it is kind of literal, but more metaphorically, right? When you put those glasses of truth on, when you start healing and you start tapping in with the spiritual realm, because remember, you are a spirit being having a human experience. So your true identity is in the spirit realm. So that's why when you tap into that, so much stuff in your life starts to change, because you basically push yourself to be back in alignment. You force your life to get back on track. And sometimes in order to get back on track, you have to navigate away from certain shit. You got to navigate through certain shit. You got to navigate to certain shit. You know what I'm saying? There's some quote unquote losses or things that you got to let go of. There's things that you got to do. There's things that you got to not do no more. You know what I'm saying? In order to align, like I said, it's like having that balance, right? In order to balance things, sometimes I got to take some off of this side so it can level out with that side. Sometimes I got to put more on this side so it can level out with that side. It just depends on my personal life, my personal experiences. That's why childhood trauma and traumas, period, are so important. Because you got to go back and level that shit out. Hey, okay, I learned these few things in my childhood. These are good things for me to keep. Cool. But then I also learned this shit. And this shit is fucked up. I got to throw this away. I got to get this out of here ASAP. You know what I'm saying? That's why we go back and we go through childhood traumas. We don't go back to try to re-traumatize ourselves. You know what I'm saying? First of all, whatever happened, happened. It can't happen to you again. All you're doing is going back and kind of analyzing it and learning from it. So, example, y'all remember the movie Click with Adam Sandler? Okay, when he went back in the past, he didn't go back to try to change it, right? And he didn't go back to basically try to re-traumatize himself. He went back so that he can see what the fuck he did wrong, what he was doing wrong, so that when he got back to his future current self, he can make whatever necessary changes so that he can have a better outcome and a better future. Right? That's how you got to kind of think of healing. Healing doesn't mean I'm going back there to say, oh, I want to keep reliving the same thing over and re-traumatizing myself, or I want to keep beating myself up with the same stuff. No, I'm going back there to see what happened. What did I go through? What did I see? What did I experience? What did I encounter? What was I taught? Right? That may have been detrimental to me so much that it's affecting me today. I need to know. I got to know, what was it? Who was it? You know what I'm saying? I need the details so that I can come back to my current space, my current self, my current life, and make whatever necessary changes I need to make so that my future will be in alignment. Right? So spirituality within itself isn't necessarily going to stop challenges from coming, because challenges are necessary, right? It's not going to stop you from experiencing certain hurt or pain, right? Because hurt and pain is just a part of this realm. We're in a realm. This is the most low vibrational realm that there is. Anything that is physical is at the lowest vibration. Now we get into quantum physics and a little sprinkle of metaphysics in there and science. Everything is connected. When you get into physical things, it's physical, it's solid, it's 3D. That's the slowest and lowest vibration that there possibly is. So we're in this low ass physical realm, right? That's why they, in the story of Jesus, of the devil, they say he fell from heaven, right? But Lucifer means the bringer of light. And what do they call us? Children of the sun. The sun is what? Energy, light. Okay? Don't let that story convince you with some other shit. Again, y'all gotta be looking at shit with a spiritual eye. Everybody not gonna get it. Some people gonna be like, what the fuck is you talking about, girl? The devil, what? You gotta understand what they talk about. You gotta read between the lines. Remember, they stole our text, our information, and flipped that shit. And made it some other shit. So that they can further encapsulate our mind and enslave us mentally. If you want to overtake a people, you take them by their mind first. And the body will follow. And the generations will follow. You get the mind of a people, you got generations of people doing what you need them to do. Okay? Going where you need them to go. Moving the way you need them to move. So that's why they did what they did to our ancestors. They convinced them up here, right, that they wasn't who they was. That's why they keep trying to tell us you're a minority. You know what I'm saying? Your people were slaves. All of that is mental games. Our people weren't no goddamn, what the fuck? What? Everything you see, especially in these downtown cities, that's why these downtown cities usually be the worst. They quote unquote the hood, the inner city. We built that shit. That shit was already built when Christopher Columbus punk ass got off that goddamn boat. We had whole cities set up. They didn't come over here to teepees and huts. That's a lie. That's a lie. We were already established. Those buildings, go look up mudslides. Go look up the mudslides with these buildings. That's why you go to these buildings and they got these big ass doors. Or the windows is halfway in the ground. You're like, why is it a window halfway in the ground? The ground is here and it's a window like this. Because they changed the level. They raised the level of the ground to hide the real building. That's why so many quote-unquote underground cities and tunnels and shit. A lot of that was surface level. It was all flat. You could walk through a door. Now you think it's a basement. It's not a basement. That used to be the entrance. You gotta look. I tell y'all, everything is connected. And this is a part of us waking up. There's a reason why there's a certain amount of people who got this information and got this clarity. That accepted the information for what it was. That's why they came up with these words like conspiracy theorists. That was to defame you and try to make you feel like you was crazy and you know what you was talking about. That was to get other people from listening to you and being like, hold up, say that shit again. Repeat that. They start labeling us schizophrenic and, bipolar and this and that. No, those people are spiritually gifted with no explanation of how to use it. And nobody around them to help them with their gifts. All of this shit is connected. It's mental, physical, emotional warfare that we're going through right now. And you have to see it for what it is. So this is why I say chosen ones, star seeds, generational curse breakers, whatever you want to call yourself, you have awakened for a reason. You come into knowledge for a reason. And it's not for people to like you. Everybody that saves a group of people usually is not that light. You know what I'm saying? Niggas hated Malcolm X. They thought he lost his fucking mind. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What? You just causing problems. Violence is not the answer. Turn the other cheek like Jesus. Nat Turner, the people was fucked up with Nat Turner. Why is you over there? You keep unaliving them people. Sit down. What are you doing? You fucking it up for us. We in an extra workload and shit, and we gotta do. Chill out, cool out. You know what to do. They couldn't see what he was doing. He was teaching them revolution. He was teaching them, hey, get the fuck up. We too powerful to be sitting here. What the hell? Get up. Fight. You don't gotta be doing it all nice. Remember, we come from darkness. And I don't mean dark as a negative, right? We come from darkness. We are dark people. Melanin. Have you looked at the ethers? What does the universe look like? Pitch black. It's dark. Well, we come from darkness. We are warriors. We not no pussies. We don't have a history of being pussy. The further back you go, real niggas. The farther back you go, the realer, the more raw they get. We're not pussy. But they try to convince us that we are powerless and we need them. And that's why the whole slavery thing has rang off the way that it did. Because it was to convince you that, hey, we overtook you. You wasn't powerful enough. And we came and we stole your shit. We took you from this place that some of y'all ain't never even come from. Because everybody ain't come from Africa. We was already all over this whole realm. There was not just one group of people in Africa, then they spread out. No, we was everywhere. We have always been everywhere. There's proof of that everywhere. There is shit here in the U.S., literally, or in the Americas, North America specifically, that predates shit in Africa. So how the hell did we start there if there's things that are here that was created before shit that was over there? That don't even make sense. We got whole ass pyramids here. Do y'all know that? They call them mounds. They renamed them. Have you looked at some of the faces on the Grand Canyon? Go look up some of the pictures of the Grand Canyon. Whole ass, them Egyptian faces that you see in Africa, some of them faces is on rocks in the Grand Canyon. And they tried to chip it away and fuck it up so you can't tell what it is. I tell y'all, research everything. Because everything here belongs to you. When I say you, I mean us. It all came from us. We created all this shit. Science, we started that. Math, we started that. Astrology, that was us. Everything that we use to this day came from us. You know what I'm saying? I'm a truck driver. Been to a few places out west that make you question. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. When you get into these deserts and you see some of that shit, there's a reason why the Grand Canyon is off limits. There's a reason why they tell you to stand your ass up there on that top. Don't you go no further now, or we gonna lock you up. We gonna put you under. There's a reason why some of these places, they tell you not to go. It's restricted. You can't go to some. You can walk through the damn forest and you gonna run into a do not enter sign, and it can be in the most random ass parts of the forest. You're like, what? Why is this random ass don't enter, don't go beyond this point? Government signs is up and shit. And you like, huh? It's in the middle of the goddamn forest. What the fuck could possibly be out here? Rabbit holes. Right, you can't go to no damn Area 51. There are portals all over this realm. There are exits to help you go beyond the ice walls all over this motherfucker. Because y'all know it's land beyond the ice walls. You understand that, right? These planets that they claim to be going to, you can't get out of here up. It's water up there. You can't go nowhere. Even the Bible had to tell you that. They couldn't even lie about that part. What you think the firmament is? They couldn't lie. They couldn't. They put the shit in your face. The Aztecs, the Mayans, the Egyptians, they all had hieroglyphs and depictions on their wall of the firmament. Yes, the ocean is outer space as well. That's why you think they won't go there. They won't go down there. That's the most unresearched part of this planet, is the water. They not fucking around with that shit. They know they never come back. They know they ass to be grass. And anybody who ever tried to go further than they was supposed to, you ain't heard about them no more. They still missing. Y'all remember that damn plane that took off and went went through, was it the Bermuda Triangle? They said, well, where'd the plane go? The plane took off and it was flying over the ocean, and it went through this specific area, and we still ain't found that motherfucker. It's not in the water. They done send dive teams and all type of shit. Where did it go? Portals. Look at this. Look at this card. Everything in this realm is operated by portals. Any woman who has had a baby came through a portal. I gotta understand your power. Everything comes through a portal. You don't just end up here. You teleport. You go through a portal. The womb is a portal. Have you ever sat and just thought about it? How does this little thing just spark life inside of a woman, grow to be a whole ass human, and then get birthed? That's not no regular shit. I don't care how much they teach you about it, the birds and the bees and the trees and whatever else, baby. I don't care how many times you try to explain that shit. It don't make human sense. There is nothing logical about that shit. That from basically nothing, a whole human life form can grow and come through the portal. That will never make sense to my brain. I don't give a damn. That will never make sense to my brain. I get it in theory. But when you just really sit and think about that shit, spirituality will have you looking at shit a completely different way. You be like, what the fuck? It's incredible. The same way the earth can just generate a seed and grow a big ass tree. Basically from fucking nowhere. Comes from nowhere. It's basically like, what the hell? And this shit happens all day, every day, 24/7. Who you think put that in place? You better know your power. And you think that you can't generate no income for yourself? You think that you can't change your own life? You think that you sit here to be normal? And we live in this magical ass realm? And this doesn't even speak to the volumes of the magic of where we really come from. This is just a physical depiction of some of the shit that we could do. This don't even speak to the energy of the higher dimensions. It doesn't even conceptualize. It doesn't even give you an appetizer dose worthy of what really happens in some of these higher realms. It's insane. And a lot of y'all have seen these realms. You have visited these realms. It's called the sleep state. That's why you get into these dreams and you do all of this crazy magical shit. And you're like, what the? You wake up like, bro, hold up. I need a minute. I need a minute. Wait a minute, because that's why people wake up tired. You're like, bro, I just slept. Why am I waking up tired? The soul don't sleep, boo. Soul don't sleep. It travels. That's what it does. The soul doesn't require sleep. You're an immortal being. Immortal beings don't need sleep. They're immortal. Sleep is for people who are mortal because it allows the body to regenerate. The physical body needs time to regenerate itself. To digest the food. To recharge and regenerate the organs. Right? To shed the skin. To regenerate the brain cells. Right? The body needs time to do that shit. The soul don't. The soul is not physical. It don't need that. The soul don't require all that. It don't need no sleep to regenerate shit. that's the soul is pure energy. So the soul charges. It doesn't regenerate like a physical body. It recharges itself. It gets charged up because it's energy. That's it. But it doesn't have to physically rest to do those things. So while the body is resting and doing what it need to do, you basically go back home. It's like a game or like Sims, right? You let that sim go to sleep and you go do regular shit, regular human shit. And when you get ready to get back on that game, you wake the sim up and you do what you need to do. Or like Grand Theft Auto, you know what I'm saying? When you cut the damn game off, that motherfucker's resting. You go do other shit. Maybe you need to go fix the car. Maybe you need to go to the grocery store. Maybe you need to go change the baby diaper. Maybe you need to go take the kids to school. Maybe you need to go to work. Maybe you need to do this. Maybe you need to do that. And that's why the dream realm, sometimes you have familiar spaces, familiar environments, familiar people, familiar faces, right? And then sometimes you're doing a whole bunch of random ass shit, going to random ass places you ain't never been before. Same way. Every day you're doing something different. There's things that you do on a daily basis, right? Like Monday through Friday or whatever your work schedule is, you go to work, right? Familiar people, familiar environments. But then maybe one Saturday you gotta take a vacation for somebody's wedding. That's something that's out of the norm. So that's why you'll have these familiar type dreams, right? And then that's why sometimes it'll be some shit that's just a one and done type of thing. You on missions, you saving people, you flying, this is going on, that's going on, you having this experience, you having that experience, and all of it is happening to teach you something. Sometimes we go into the dream realm to gather messages to help us here in the physical, and sometimes we're just doing shit that the soul need to do. Visiting with ancestors. When an ancestor pop up in your dream, baby, you really were visiting them in a soul version. That's why everything feels so real. You can feel it. You can, if you eating food, you can taste it. You can smell. All of your senses work completely fine. 100% fine. If it was just a dream, you wouldn't have those senses intact. Your senses wouldn't be activated like that. If it was just, a picture going on in your head. For example, right? When you daydream, you don't feel anything when you daydream. You don't smell nothing when you daydream. You don't feel nothing when you daydream. Your mind just kind of goes to a place. You just kind of see it in your head. It's like a picture in your head. It's like a movie in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a commercial flash. But you can't physically feel it. You know what I'm saying? You can't really smell it. You can't really taste it. You just kind of having like a flash of image. But in a dream, you are literally submerged. You can feel, touch, taste, see everything that you would normally be able to do, and if you were quote unquote awake. This is when we get into not Men in Black, The Matrix. Go back and watch the Matrix series. Start from the first one and go through the whole series. This is when we get into that. Them people bodies was all laid out in that damn thing, and you had the people who would come wake them up. Hey, it's time to get up. You've been resting, you've been sleeping in this little thing. You know what I'm saying? Or even Avatar. Avatar is another depiction of them trying to tell you what the fuck going on. And at one point, or if you go and you look at hieroglyphs, if you go and you look at certain depictions of us, with the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Egyptians, they drew us as blue and green. They drew us as blue and green. So you watch the avatar and you see, like, oh, they go to sleep, quote unquote. They go into that machine, quote unquote, go to sleep. And then they're in this whole new reality with these 7-8 foot tall beings. Sound familiar? And they have the tree of life that gives them the energy that they need. It's a whole tree. It's a tree. Have you ever seen a woman's placenta and how the veins look on a placenta? It looks like a what? A tree. Everything is connected. And a lot of you guys, going back to the purpose of this reading, a lot of you guys are starting to get into those types of details when it comes to this life. You're starting to wake the fuck up. And you're starting to see, like, oh shit, this is not just some regular shit. This is not just what they have convinced me that it is. This is not just, you know what I'm saying, your regular just run-of-the-mill everyday life. And nah, there's some shit going on. There's some shit going on. And I'm a part of it. You start to see how you are intertwined in the grand scheme of things. And you're like, hold up. You're like, hold up, wait a minute. Then your gifts start activating. You laying in bed at night, and then you hearing voices. But ain't shit on. Ain't nobody talking. Maybe you the only one home. You don't know what the fuck going on. What the fuck? You hearing footsteps. Doors squeaking. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. You like, hold up. Hold up. What's going on? What's happening here? Okay. Trying to figure that shit out. Start seeing little shadows past your peripheral. Like, I know I didn't just... Now I know I'm in this house by myself. I know. Did something just run past my goddamn... What the fuck? What the shit? They say your peripheral vision is easier for you to see in the spiritual realm. Because your mind, your physical mind doesn't have an opportunity to make it make sense. Right? So our eyes make things make physical human sense. Right? The electrical waves that get sent from our eyes to our brain to convert it into information that makes sense to us based on what we can see. But with your peripheral, you're not paying that much attention. It's not direct focus. So you can see more of what may not be physically there. That's why you see that shit over here. And you turn and you look and you don't see shit. You're like, what the fuck? I know I just saw what I just saw. You feel a little crazy. Like, I know. Now I know. Okay. All right. Now your ears don't necessarily require focus all the time to hear what they hear. It just is what it is with your ears most of the time. So this is why you can hear certain shit and it not be there physically. So you hear conversations. Sometimes it just sound like distant chatter, like people whispering. You get to cutting music down, cutting the TV down, cutting the radio down. What the fuck? Especially at night, right? Because the spiritual realm is the most active at night. That's why your grandmama always told you, get your ass in that house. Alright? Because all spirits ain't good spirits. And a lot of shit get active at night. Okay? That's why grandma said, close them windows, close them doors, get your ass in here. Don't whistle at night. If you know, you know. Don't whistle in my house at night, because you alerting spirits to where the fuck you at. There's shit going on outside. That's why you got to be careful. That's why you have to be protected. That's why you got to stay protected. That's why you got to listen to your intuition, because sometimes your intuition will tell you, don't go outside tonight. I know you said you was going to go to this event. I know you said you was going to go to this dinner. I know you said you was going to pull up on this person or do this or do that. But I'm just saying, maybe you should just not go. Thank you for the gifts. Know what I'm saying? Maybe you should just chill out. And you better listen. Because when you don't listen, shit happen. When you don't listen, shit happen. But you get that feeling and you can't shake it. And the more deep into your spirituality you get, thank you for the gifts, guys. The more deep into your spirituality you get, the more you can't shake that feeling. This goes back to putting on the glasses. When you put them glasses on, it switches up the way that you move. You can't move the same no more. You can't move the same. You can't be around the same type of people. You can't go to certain environments. And when you do, when you try to force it, that shit eats you alive. It eats you alive. You like, oh my God, I feel so out of place. I feel so negative. I feel so seen. Sometimes you feel like shit can see you. It's like one of them things, like if you know, you know. You feel like shit can see you. It's like, I feel like it's eyes on me. You can literally feel. You know how like when you sleep and somebody stand over you while you sleeping and you can feel them and it wakes you up? It's like you get that feeling. Like shit is, like it's energies around you. You can feel it. Gotta get the fuck up out of there. When you put them glasses on. When you put them glasses on, and a lot of y'all have put them glasses on. And let me say this. You have upped your prescription. When you first put them glasses on in the beginning of your spiritual journey, you could see, but you couldn't see like you can see now. Oh no, the shit you seeing now? Oh no. Oh, hell no. 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 You know what I'm saying? You be like, ain't no. And the gag is when you try to go back into those new environments or you try to talk to those new people, you look crazy. You sound ridiculous. And this is why, going back to this reading, this is why people feel left behind by you. They can't connect with your ass no more. They can't kick it with you no more. They can't call you and have regular conversation no more. They can't be around you no more because you got them glasses on and you had the nerve to raise your prescription. You put them on and you got the nerve to up the prescription, ho? And you think that people want to be around you? You think that people know how to act in your presence? They don't even know what to do with themselves. That's why they can't pop out with you no more. You try to make plans with people, the shit fall through, they cancel on you. Or they make their own plans with somebody else and you hop on social media and you see them out with other people like, damn, ain't nobody invite me. Ain't nobody say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? I used to really feel some type of way. Y'all, the mix that I'm playing is called Afro Lofi, Lofi, and it's the 24/7 R&B trap soul radio. It's on YouTube. I just, I be trying to have some background music so it don't sound just empty in this hoe. But I'm glad y'all like it, because that's good. It's keeping the vibe where I need it to be. But I used to feel some type of way. I used to like, damn, like, I go on people's stories and I see them hanging out, like, I ain't getting no text, I ain't getting no invite. I thought we was cool. Down to family, cousins hanging out with each other, and they doing shit together. Ain't nobody called my phone, ain't nobody text me, ain't nobody told me about the event. Nothing. I hop on social media and see everything. You know what I'm saying? And let's not even get into the dating world. Oh, God. Let's not even get into the dating world. You can see them people coming a mile away. You can't even date regular no more. Your conversations is different. The shit that you asking people is different. No, I'm from DC, baby. You asking them questions, they looking at you like, what the fuck? You bringing up certain topics and conversations, they like... completely different. Night and fucking day. You can't ignore the shit that you used to be able to ignore. Your expectations are different. Your requirements is different. Your standards is different. I knew shit was different for me when I was asking people, are you smaxinated? Did you get the pew pew? I need to know. That turned into a goddamn relationship question. Did you let them people put that shit in your arm? Yes or no? Check a box. Check yes, check no. Thank you. I need to know. Write it down. Say something. Tell me. And they would be so fucking surprised if they said yes, and I'm like, I can't fuck with you. Over that? What you mean? I had to do it for my job. Can't fuck with you. I don't give a fuck why you did it. I don't care what predicament you was in. You did it. I don't give a damn. I don't care. The fuck? Well, you ain't gonna find nobody who didn't watch me. Watch me. You gonna be by yourself. Well, as long as I gotta be. Before I accept shit that don't work for me no more. That don't work for me. I don't care. Because it speaks to a lot. You know what I'm saying? It speaks to your ability to trust the wrong people. It speaks to the fact that you can't think for yourself and make a decision for yourself. It speaks to way too much. And I ain't got no kids. How you gonna be my husband and lead me? What you gonna lead us to the slaughterhouse? Hell no. No. That's my preference. I don't give a damn. Have you started your healing journey? How long have you been healing and working on yourself? I just be, nope, I'm good, thank you. That's it. That's enough. Interview over. I'm over here doing all this goddamn work, breaking my neck, trying to be a better version of myself, and you telling me you ain't picked up the goddamn mirror yet? No. Thank you. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how good you look. The answer is no. Appreciate you for coming. Thank you very much for your time. Shit is different. And people gonna label you, oh, they got nasty attitude. They think they this. They think they that. I don't allow certain people to have certain conversations in my space. I'm not talking about that shit. I don't do baddie bitches. I was watching baddies and No, thank you. No, thank you. If you find entertainment and some shit like that, no, thank you. If that type of shit don't irritate your soul the way it irritates mine. No, thank you. I can't do it. Cause I up my prescription. And you talking to a millennial. Bad Girls Club was the shit back in the day. I watched every season, every episode. Until one day I put them goddamn glasses on. And I couldn't sit and stomach this shit the same. I used to be on Media Takeout, WorldStarHipHop.com. Watching people go at it, throw them hands. Until one day that shit ain't hit the same. I used to follow the Shade Room. And be all up in the shit. Until one day that shit ain't hit the same. Right? Ancestral patterns. Healing and rewriting the future. At some point, shit changed. And it never went back. It never went back to being the same. And it could never go back to being the same. And you get to a place where you realize, because of course, when you first put them glasses on, you want to try to unsee what you saw. That's just the human nature of it all. And unfortunately, while you're here, you half mortal, half immortal. So the human part of you, that's why that ego and that higher self is 50-50. That ego part of you, that human nature part of you, is going to try to take that shit off and act like you ain't see what you saw. One day you look in the mirror and you see yourself in a different light. And you try to erase that shit like, I ain't just see what I saw. I'm just going to sit here and pretend like, nope, I didn't see that. I have no idea. Nope, I'm not even about to sit here and nope. Let me try to go back to this person. Let me try to get back in this relationship. Let me try to go back to this situationship. Let me try to go back to this friendship. Let me try to go back to church. Let me try to go back to this environment. Let me try to go back to this job. You try to go back to what you knew, and you get there and you be like, fuck. This shit is not the same. I fucked up. I opened that door and now I cannot close it. It's like Cat in the Hat. Y'all remember the movie Cat in the Hat? The movie. And he had that goddamn crate. And he told them motherfuckers, hey, listen. Don't you open this fucking crate. You keep it closed. Don't open the motherfucking crate. Okay? Thanks for the gifts. Don't you touch it. Leave it the fuck alone. Okay? Now we can play all around the house and do all this amazing shit, but don't you touch that motherfucking crate. And what them two little badass kids did, open that fucking crate. And what was it? A portal. A portal to a whole new dimension, a whole new world, old new shit. Thing one and thing two hopped up out that bitch like Jack in the Box and got to jumping around that hole. And them kids was like, what the fuck do we do? We can't close it. Ah, they were stressed. That's what it looked like. When you open this motherfucking journey up, thinking you just gonna take a little peek. That's what we thought. We thought we were just gonna take a little peek. We started researching a little thing here and there. Watching a little video, a little 1-2 late at night when everybody was sleeping. We can kind of do it in private. You know what I'm saying? It started real private, real secret like. You know what I'm saying? It starts very, very like Black Ops-ish. You know what I'm saying? You watching a YouTube video with your headphones in. You know what I'm saying? On Google, scrolling through shit. You don't tell nobody. Because you don't even know how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Watching a little reading here and there. Looking up a little zodiac sign on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Reading a little horoscope every now and again, not telling nobody that you read it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you flirting with the journey, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just peeking. I'm just looking around this hoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just seeing what y'all do over here. You know? Just a little interested. Is that a pyramid? They said fluoride is in the water and it fucks with your pineal gland. What is a pineal gland? Let me Google pineal gland. Pineal gland. A gateway to the spiritual world. What the fuck? Okay, let me leave it alone. Then get a little scared. You know what I'm saying? You get a little scared. Your heart start pumping a little bit. Because the information you read it makes sense. But that shit is terrifying. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna take a week off from that shit. Let me get up off of that for a second. Golly. Let me back up out of this garage. You know what I'm saying? Woo, let me put it in reverse, Terry. You know what I'm saying? Let me back this shit up. Cause I think I don't like what I just read. I don't like it. It hit. It got me thinking. It got me connecting the dots a little bit. 1 + 1 is looking like 2. But I don't like how that look. I don't like how that feel. I'm not feeling it. So you back up out of that shit real quick. You put that thing in reverse real quick. And then one day, you're like, let me go back and read this a little bit. Because something happened. This is how the universe will set it up. You put that shit to the side, not trying to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to forget what you saw and not really, go too crazy with it. Because you still coming to terms with what you read, what you found out, what you saw. So like, okay, let me. And then you go out and you just randomly outside and a stranger go bring that shit up. You know they put fluoride in the water. Or you hop on YouTube and a video pop up. Fluoride in the water, blah, 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 blah. Are they fucking watching me? What the I was just researching this. I was just looking this up. Are they... You get to looking around your house. Is the cameras in this bitch? Is the government listening to me through my phone? What the fuck? Or an ad come up, you scrolling on Twitter or something, Facebook, Instagram, and here go an ad. Fluoride-free toothpaste. Hold up. What's going on here? I got questions. I'm trying to figure that shit out. And what you do, you find your way right back to whatever you was reading, researching, and you go a little bit further down that rabbit hole. A little further in. Now you on a whole nother topic. Now you studying what they do to the food, or how they changed around the seeds so that the female trees don't grow no more, and it's all male trees so that we can't produce our own fruit no more like we was in the 90s and the early 2000s and all the years before, where we could just walk down the street and grab us an apple. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to do that no more. They want to have control, so now they replace all the female trees with male trees, and they killed the female trees. And or you look into how all randomly hundreds of fucking food facilities just magically burnt the fuck up and caught on fire and exploded in 2023, I think it was. And now we got more GMO foods than we've ever had in the history of America. And you're like, what the fuck? And then you go downstairs and you look in the refrigerator and you pull out an apple and it says GMO on it. And you're like, I just watched a video. Shit. Now you're looking at food different. Now you're looking at food different. Now you like... Now your body started to reject shit. That chicken that you used to eat all the time from that one spot, you ordered it and that shit almost made you throw up. Your body is like, fuck no. You can't even eat oodles and noodles no more. You can't eat the cup of noodles no more. You looking at the jelly for the peanut butter and jelly a little different. Your dairy intake starts to change. Then all of a sudden you look up one day and you don't want to eat red meat or pork no more. Your desire for that shit just leaves. You just... Thank you, guys. You're like, what the fuck is going on, bro? You realize you're consuming more fruits. You realize that you shopping different. You going to mom and pop markets, and you going to farmers markets on the weekends now, or you going to the organic stores, and now you on a herb kick. Now you buying a whole bunch of herbs, and you drinking teas every day, and you taking maca root and shit, and ashwagandha. You didn't plan for that shit to happen. It just happened. You didn't think that was what was going to happen because you just researched something one time. You just looked into something one time. Then you naturally start isolating yourself because everybody you around, you see what's fucked up with them. And you try to tolerate it for as long as you can. But eventually, you can't take that shit no more. And you start to isolate and don't even realize you isolating. The people get to call on your phone. Usually you answer. Now your shit don't do not disturb for the most part. You know what I'm saying? There may have been certain people that, you know, you would talk to on a daily basis, and now you don't even talk to them no more. Certain conversations you used to have, you don't even have them conversations no more. And don't be in a relationship with a bum and you wake up. You get to looking at that motherfucker while they sleep. Like, oh my God. I gotta go. This is... Everything they do start irritating you. You talking too loud. You snore too loud. You eating too loud. You're breathing. Can't stand when this motherfucker breathe. Motherfucker gotta breathe every day. You gotta breathe every day. Shit. I'm irritated. I'm annoyed. The nerve of this motherfucker to breathe. You wanna kiss? Ugh. You wanna do it? Sex drive go like this. Like so that light cut off at the same time. That's crazy. Sex drive is done, over. You don't even want that shit no more for a while. Like fuck that. I don't even care. I don't want to hunch nothing. Put it away. Ew, it's poking me. Put it away. I don't want it. Get that thing away from me. I don't want that. Get away. Male and female. Don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? Everything starts changing. And then you just get thrown into healing. You didn't even think about it. All of a sudden, childhood memories start coming up. You find yourself driving around your old neighborhoods, reflecting and thinking and shit. Looking through old pictures of yourself when you was in high school and middle school. And you start breaking shit down, looking at your relations with your parents from a different angle. Looking at how you interact with your siblings and your family members. You start seeing grandma for the messy ass motherfucker she is. And you love grandma. It's like, damn, grandma, you a little fucked up. You got some shit with you. Grandpa, you a little fucked up now. You got some shit with you, Papa. You know what I'm saying? I got my granddaddy tatted. And I had to realize, you got some shit with you. You know You know what I'm saying? He passed away for a long time. I was idolizing him like, ugh. And, you know, that's still my man, 100 grand. But I had to be real. Look, you little, it's some dirty in the water. You know what I'm saying? Aunties, uncles, y'all little fucked up. And it's not coming from a judgmental perspective, right? Because you also realize compassion. You learn, damn, shit is hard for everybody because it's hard for me. Damn, I couldn't see how fucked up I was to people until I sat back in this space of isolation and started to go over shit. And accountability starts smacking you in the face. Because you be telling yourself this whole time, I'm a victim. Everybody did everything to me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I just reacted. I just did what they made me do. They made me do this. They made me this way. They made me wop, woo. You know, you became convinced to tell yourself, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm the victim here. Everybody hurt my feelings. Everybody did it to me. And then you start getting into the moments of isolation. Thank you for the compliments. You start getting to that moment of isolation, you're like, hold up. Am I the drama? Yes, you are. Am I the drama? Did I cause that situation? Did I open that door? I opened that door, didn't I? I got up and I opened that motherfucking door. I unlocked it. You know when somebody call you, but like, I'll be there in a minute, you go unlock the door? You unlocked it. You may not have opened it for them. They may have called you, but you allowed them in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I told y'all before. I had to get to a space where I started forgiving myself and forgiving people for making them think that it was okay to do certain shit to me. Because that was my fault. It was my fault that I made you comfortable enough to talk to me like that, cheat on me, treat me that way, misuse me, lie to me, take advantage of me, ostracize me, treat me like shit. That was on me. I did that. That was my fault. You know what I'm saying? And there was situations as well where it was completely my fault. I may have did shit to other people. I cheated. I've lied. I've misused. I've abused. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just done to me. Can't sit here and act like that now. Like I'm just this big old victim and everybody just came to hurt my feelings. Hell no. I was the motherfucking villain. I'm the villain in a lot of people's stories. That's just it is what it is. And to sit there and act like you ain't villainized nobody is crazy. And it gives you a sense of compassion. So now when you look around the room, you like, you don't got beef with me, you just hurt. You just got mommy issues. And I'm not gonna deal with that shit, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know how to be a mother to me because your mama wasn't a mama to you. And you went through X, Y, and Z. And you suffered this and you suffered that. You know, your daddy abandoned you. So, of course, you abandoned me. I get it. I'm not excusing the behavior, but I understand. I understand. I can see how you got to that point. That compassion started hitting different. You start seeing people for what they carry around in their hearts versus the way that they present themselves. It teaches you, like, oh, we're all fucked up around here. Everybody's just trying to survive and just trying to do what they can do to make this shit a little bit better for themselves. In whatever way they've learned to make it better for themselves. And all of those ways aren't healthy. You know what I'm saying? All those ways aren't the best ways. You know? Yeah, protection. Look, call your power back. Cut the cords and soul retrieval. A lot of y'all called y'all power back. And you may not even realize that you did it. You didn't realize that that's what you was doing. You didn't see it that way. You may have just seen it as you just working on yourself. Right? Transformation at the bottom of the deck. Star being guides. Answer the call. Time to shine at the bottom of the deck. You didn't necessarily go into this shit thinking that you was gonna make all the changes that you made. You was just curious, and curiosity always kills the cat, don't it? You was just a little curious. You just wanted to research a little something, Google a little something, watch a little video, read a little post. That was the true intention in the beginning. You didn't know it was going to be all of this. You didn't see all of this coming from that. You had no fucking idea. You had no idea it was going to transform to all of this. And at moments, you regret looking that shit up. At moments, you wish you could go back to not opening that goddamn crate. But then, after a period of time where you in this moment or in this place of not being satisfied, something happens. And it just confirms the magic that you got. It confirms the magic of this realm. It confirms who you are to your ancestors. It confirms your identity. You get some confirmation. Random as shit. And that helps you stay aligned. It helps you not give up on this process. And that shit is a roller coaster. It happens continuously. It's a cycle. You learn something, you're irritated that you learned it, and then you accept it. You learn something, you're irritated that you learned it, then you accept it. And just go over and 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 over. That's just how this shit goes. You come into some type of knowledge. That knowledge disrupts your peace. Makes you uncomfortable. Makes you look at yourself, look at life, look at other people in a different light. You're like, I don't want to think about this shit no more. And then something happens. Something comes from it. And you right back into it. The same way you was before. Right back in it. And then you start falling in love with the process, with this chaotic ass process, because the shit is chaotic as hell. Ain't nothing normal about this process. It's nothing normal. It's nothing repetitive. I mean, every day is some new shit, new lesson, new reward, new journey, new outlook, new perspective. It's something new every fucking day. So it's like you're not really bored, because there's always some shit to do, some shit to learn, some shit to see. Some of that shit is probably not what you want to learn or see or know in that moment. Some of it might be. But it's always something new. And that's the beauty of this process. That's the beauty of it all. And a lot of you guys, this is going to be your year where you are more surrounded with people who are on your wavelength. But the reason why you couldn't have these people before is because there were still spaces and spots in your life that required your attention and required your elevation. In other words, you had to grow the fuck up in certain areas of your life. You had to see some shit from another perspective. You had to gain some momentum in some of these dead areas in your life. So that when these people do come into your world, y'all are all on the same page. And you not the oddball out because you haven't stepped up to the plate and did what you were supposed to do. And same for them. The same way you was preparing for them, they was preparing for you. That's what we call divine alignment. I'm getting ready for that thing, and that thing is getting ready for me. That's with relationships, that's with friendships, that's with partnerships, collaborations, right? All of that is going on at the same time. You getting ready for it, it's getting ready for you. Some of y'all can meet these people at some very, very odd spaces. Spaces that you wouldn't normally even think that you would meet somebody. So he'd be like odd, like the dentist. You know what I'm saying? In an Uber. I don't even know if they got taxis no more. I guess Uber is a taxi. You know what I'm saying? In a Lyft or something. Or while you doing Instacart or DoorDash or something. You know what I'm saying? while you at work, they came to drop something off, or they a client of wherever you work at, or something. Like very, very weird, unexpected spaces. While you in line to get a sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying? So be open. Be open. This year is going to bring a lot of unexpected things. But it's going to be things that are going to benefit you. So you need to make sure that your energy is open to receive whatever it is, however it comes. I keep telling y'all, don't get into a mentality where you try to dictate how everything goes this year. The more spontaneous you are, the better experiences you will have this year. The more spontaneous you are, heavy Gemini energy, heavy Sagittarius energy, heavy Pisces energy, heavy Taurus energy, heavy Aries energy. Okay? Very spontaneous. Very just off a whim. Not to say if you're not none of those signs, this won't affect you. That's not what I'm saying. But this is just the energy that's coming through for this year that I'm picking up on. Very, very just, I woke up and decided to go to this place, and I didn't even realize that it was my intuition telling me to go. And when I got there, I was met with this. You know what I'm saying? I was randomly scrolling and I signed up for this thing, and when I got there, I was met with this. I randomly applied for the job, even though I probably didn't have the credentials for it, but I did it anyway, and they called me back. You know what I'm saying? I randomly went to this store, and I was just standing in line, and I was irritated about how slow the line was moving, and sparked up a conversation with the lady in front of me or the dude in front of me, and now we're here. That type of shit is going to be happening this year. So you got to be able to go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to just move and navigate. And you're going to know what's for you. Even though it's spontaneous and it's coming out of nowhere, you're going to know what things are for you to move forward with based on how you intuitively feel. So again, don't mix up your fear with, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. You can be scared of a lot of shit you're supposed to do. Right? So don't allow, oh, I'm a little scared, I'm a little nervous, I'm a little anxious. Don't confuse that with your intuition, because that's not your intuition. That's just you being scary. That's just you. That's your ego knowing that it's about to be put in a new environment. And the ego don't like being put in no new shit that it didn't sign off on. Ego is very fixed energy. It wants what it want, when it want it, how it want it. It don't need you to come in here and say, look, I'm in charge today and we gonna do blah, 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 blah. Hell no. So when you're being pushed to do something new and get out your comfort zone, your ego gonna tug on your energy, and that's where that fear gonna come from. That emotion looks so crazy. I've been doing some pause shit these last couple of lives. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That was crazy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Your ego is gonna make you feel a little anxious, feel a little afraid. Child. Alright, let's get a couple of tarot cards and see if there's anything else that Spirit wants us to go over. Again, after this live, I'm going to end it so that I can post this on YouTube later. But I'm going to come right back in like 2 minutes, and we're going to do readings for the 12 zodiacs. I'm going to do it by element. So I'm going to do fire signs, earth signs, air signs, water signs. I'm going to do it like that. All right. 6 of Swords. Navigating to a new place. And again, this speaks to that spontaneous energy. This speaks to getting out of your comfort zone. This speaks to this shit being a ride. This is an adventure, y'all. This is a year of adventures. This is adventures. Like, you just got to be along for the ride. You know what I'm saying? It's like when somebody texts you like, yeah, be ready at this time. You know, and they don't tell you what you about to do. And then you get there, and it's like all these different activities. You know what I'm saying? And they're fun activities. Some of them are challenging. Some of it is shit that you never did before. So you're a little scared. You're a little hesitant. You're like, damn, I ain't never did this before. What if I bust my ass? What if I look stupid? What if this happened? What if that happened? Blah, 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 blah. But if you follow through with it, you have the time of your fucking life. And that's kind of what this year looks like. It's like going to a fucking theme park and you getting on rides for the first time. And it's like some of them, you're like, okay, I can kind of see the concept of this. This is not scary. And then some of them look crazy. You're like, oh my God, my heart is sinking. I don't know how this is going to go. It's all going to be fun. It's all going to work out for you. You're going to have a great time. There's going to be moments where you're pissed off. There's going to be moments where you're anxious. There's going to be moments where things may not be moving the exact way you want them to move. Right? And the ego part of you is not going to like that. Right? That comes with the territory. That's just a part of it. So that's nothing to, that's not too much to feel some type of way about. It's going to happen. Right? Of course, because this is a 9-year, there's going to be a lot of cycles ending, a lot of things completing. So a lot of people that you may have started this year with, you will not end this year with. And you need to make sure that you have that idea and that concept in the back of your head. That's another thing. Be open to that. It may be very spontaneous. You may get into a random ass argument with somebody and never speak to them again. And it can be over the stupidest, most random ass shit. Just random. Like, why you close my car door so hard? And then y'all get into a big ass argument and then you just don't never fuck with that person again. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Alignment. Divine intervention is what we call that. The things just go a certain type of way. Shit just happen. Be the smallest things. Yeah, look at this. 8 of Cups energy. Like a thief in the night. Walking right the fuck away. Unexpected. That motherfucker sleeping. And that bitch is leaving. Very unexpected. And some of y'all definitely gonna get the fuck at night. And I'm speaking metaphorically. So you gonna leave people behind. You're gonna leave situations behind. You may leave a job behind. You may leave a relationship behind. A friendship, whatever. And it's gonna be very unexpected. It's gonna be very like leaving in the dark type of energy. Because there's people in your life who think that they're going to be there forever. There's people in your life that think they're going to have access to you forever. No. And you won't. And you won't. It ain't personal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it might be personal, but it ain't personal like that. It's personal, but it ain't personal like that. I just gotta go. I gotta go do some other shit. I gotta go be around some new people. Do some new things. Be in some new environments. I got places to go, people to see, things to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? As we wrapping up this reading, feel free to help me complete this live gift goal. Also, subscriptions are available to my lives. I will be doing some subscription or subscribers only lives in February. So definitely make sure that you tap in with that if you can. If you are struggling with reloading your coins or purchasing things through this TikTok app, you can go to tiktok.com/coins. And it should allow you to reload whatever you need to. All right. We got the Tower. So things are not, remember this for this year. Things are not falling apart. They're falling together. Things are not falling apart. They're falling together. Okay? It's not falling apart. So in those moments where it feels like everything is crumbling, or certain parts of your life is not going the way you want it to, or it seems like, certain things are negative, rewire your brain. Rewire your brain. It's not falling apart. My life is not falling apart. Things are coming together for me. Things are balancing out. Things are being put in place. Right? Yeah, Fool card. The World card. Things are being put in place. It's not falling apart. It's not going wrong. It's going great, actually. It's working for my benefit, actually. Period. Got the Magician. You got the magic, babe. I got the magic in me. Every time there's something, something, something to go. Something, something, something. I got the magic. Magic, magic. You got the magic. You got the magic touch. The things you touch will transform into good. Possibilities will be endless. But it's all about that intuition. It's all about you trusting yourself. It's all about you being okay with leaving those people behind. Removing yourself from certain environments. Having certain people look at you crazy and call you stuck up and say that you're full of yourself and you think you all that in a bag of chips. And I am. Doritos, to be specific. You know how you get that damn Doritos chip and it's like all of the seasoning is on that chip and it's just the most beautiful moment. Because you never know if you're going to get a bag with one of them in there. You are that chip. In a bag full of regular ass chips, you are the motherfucker with all the seasoning on it. You got the extra seasoning. And them people around you is mad. They want to be the extra seasoned ass chip. You know what I'm saying? How do they get to be the extra seasoned ass chip? The fuck? We went through the same factory. They cut us the same way. They made us the same way. We got the same ingredients. How they get all this extra seasoning? I'm not nigga. I'm one-on-one, boo. The fuck? I don't know. I just know that it's me. It's who I am. Nine of Cups. Being able to control and use your emotions to help you get to the next steps. When you are emotionally intelligent, oh my God, it opens up so much. It opens up so much for you. A whole new world, a whole new reality. It's like, how did I live any other way before? You know what I'm saying? When you have emotional intelligence, you use less of your energy on dumb shit. That World card came right on out. You use less of your energy on dumb shit. You don't let people get to you in the ways that they used to. You have more control over your being, over your responses, which leads you to different places, to better places, because you can control your mouth. You can control your attitude. You can control your perspective and your outlook. You don't move just based on emotion. You also partner that up with your logic and your intuition. And shit starts changing. Shit starts changing for you. The world starts changing. Shit starts looking a lot different around this motherfucker. Coming out of that cave. A lot of y'all gonna reemerge this year, and the people around you, they're gonna be like, hey, yo, I don't know what the fuck you been doing. I don't know who you think you are. But what the fuck? People gonna take that shit personal. This heifer thinks she better than me? I mean, I wasn't gonna say all of that, but you know. You said it. I wasn't gonna say that. I'm just being me. I wasn't really too much concerned about you, actually. To be honest, TBH. You know, I wasn't even too much thinking about you. Also, Spirit is saying be careful, because there's some people that may try to get close to you so that they can steal from you. This could be stealing energetically. This could be literally stealing from you. This could be trying to copy your moves, do what you do, trying to show up in the same energy that you show up in, or they're either going to try to outdo you in certain environments. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to look bigger than you, better than you, come off smarter than you. They're going to try to invalidate you, discredit you. You can be saying some smart shit and they'll try to make it sound like you said some dumbass shit. You know, try to get other people to participate in not liking you or hating on you or making you the bid, is what we call it out here in D.C., which basically just means making you the target of they bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for that. Don't fall for it. Let them people have it. And when you realize that shit is happening, understand that those are people that you don't need to be around anymore. Yeah, the alchemists. You are the alchemist, babe. You taking all of that negativity, that negative energy, them negative relationships, them negative experiences that you had. You taking all of the negatives, and you are in your house, in the comfort of your own home, and you just doing your magic, transforming that shit into something that can work for you. You know what I'm saying? You a bibbity boppity booping behind closed doors, being the alchemist. Look at that. Harvest at the bottom of the deck. Celestial alignment at the bottom of the deck. You're not worried about these motherfucking people. And don't nothing make a person more mad than you not being worried about them. Don't nothing make a person more mad than you sitting there not trying to worry about them. You not worried about me. You don't care what I said. You don't care about the joke I just tried to make on, on you. You don't care about me not talking to you no more. You don't care about me not answering the phone no more. You don't care about me going to all of these people and talking shit about you and getting them to trying to get them to not like you the way I don't like you. You don't care about me starting rumors and making people try to look at you a certain type of way. You don't care. What you mean you don't care? You don't care that I'm throwing a temper tantrum and a hissy fit over here? What you mean you don't care? And you're just like, I don't care. I don't even see it, if you're being honest. I'm not even peeping what you're doing if you're being for real. Honestly, I don't give a shit. I really don't care. For those who are interested in any personal services, mentoring, I have mentorship services. I have consultations that cover, a number of different things. I have readings, all of that available on my website. If you spend $55 on my website, you can put in a promo code to get 10% off of an additional healing service. So that covers readings, mentorships, any healing services, consultations, all of that. The promo code is PocaHonest, like you see in my name, 25. That's the promo code. Put that in at checkout. My website is in my bio, so you can just click that and, choose whatever services you want. Put in the promo code. You can get 2 services. One full price, one 10% off. I'm also still doing 10 card reading specials. This is not on my website, but this is for people who want a 10 card reading. I have a number of different topics to choose from. If you are interested in that, I'm going to put my email in the comments. Feel free to shoot me an email and let me know, and I will be doing those readings once I get off of here for the day. So after the next live, I'll be doing those readings. So if you're interested, again, shoot me a email and I'll respond back to you with the topics and the information. It is only $26 for the 10 card reading. So yeah. All right. Last card, scarcity. Don't go into this year looking at yourself as not having the things that you need. You have everything that you need. Okay? We're going to be operating under the law of assumption. If you don't know what the law of assumption is, it is basically when you basically are moving as if you already have what it is that you want, not moving as if you're trying to get it. So how would you be acting if you already had that money in your pocket? How would you be acting if you was already working that dream job? How would you be acting if you already was in that dream relationship that you want to be in? How would you be acting if you was on that island that you want to take a trip to? You know what I'm saying? How would you be acting if you was really the CEO of that company that you want to go global? You know what I'm saying? How would you be acting if you woke up in that dream house that you've always wanted? What would be your energy? What would that feel like? What would that look like? You know what I'm saying? How would you move around your everyday life if those things were already yours? Right? That's how we move in this year. We are operating under the law of assumption, aka manifestation. That's what manifestation is. Manifestation is aligning with the outcome of that energy. Not being in the, oh, I wish I can maybe, possibly, hopefully have what it is that I want. Thank you for the gift. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day maybe it'll happen for me. No. Right? It's already happened for me. So I'm about to start acting like it happened. Right? So, for example, if there's money that you are trying to manifest, right? So, for example, if there's money that you are trying to manifest, right? So, for example, if there's money that you are trying to manifest, money that you are trying to manifest, money that you are trying to manifest, okay, my little brother gonna call me. But yeah, if there's money that you're trying to, manifest, you won't necessarily be like, okay, I got $1,000, so I'm about to go out here and start spending money all crazy. No, but you will move with a different level of comfort. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be worried about those bills. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be worried about how you gonna take care of this and take care of that. And your head, it will already be taken care of if you had the money that you had. Right? So the way that you move through life will look a little bit differently because you have that internal comfort of, I already have what I manifested. I'm not in a place of lack because in my head, I already have that multi-billion-dollar business. In my head, I already have that juicy, fat old bank account. In my head, I already have that relationship that is, beneficial to me, that feeds me, that, makes me feel however it makes me feel. In my head, I already have, access to whatever I have access to. So you move based on that, right? All right, y'all. Give me like 5 minutes to reset, and then I'm going to come back. Make sure y'all follow so that you can see when I go back live. And then we're going to get into messages for the zodiac signs for this week. Those will be general messages as well. Again, if you're interested in the 55, spend 55, get 10% off. The promo code is PocaHonest25. PocaHonest25. My website is in my bio. So just go to my website, click on whatever services you want, put in a promo code. There is also a payment plan option at checkout for those who may not be able to pay full price right then and there. So check that out if you need it. If you're interested in the 10-card reading, again, my email is in the comments. If you don't see it, let me know and I'll repost it before I go. But yeah, that's in the comment section. This will be posted to YouTube, so let me put my YouTube in the comments. All my lives, if you're new here, all my lives get posted to YouTube. So if you missed anything, or if you want to go back and rewatch it, or if you came in a little bit late, then you can always go to my YouTube and rewatch the live, okay? Lives are always posted the next day, so this live and the live I'm about to do will be posted tomorrow. All right. Other than that, again, give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna eat a little something. Give me a little snack. Then I'm gonna come back and do the next portion of our readings for the week. All right. I will be live Monday through Friday this week. So make sure that you follow. Make sure that you tune in. Make sure that your live notifications are on. Other than that, light and love. If I don't see you on the next live, that's okay. Make sure that you tune in on Monday. I'll be on here a lot earlier this week. So about like lunchtime, between like 11:30 a.m. And 12 to 1 p.m. So yeah, I won't be on as late as I usually am. So just a FYI for this week. All right, light and love. I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.